Hello everyone, my name is Amareshwar Reddy from CSE Department Section A and my topic is about alcohol detector engine lock system using sensor technology. Introduction to alcohol detector engine lock system. This system uses special sensors to check whether the driver has alcohol in his breath. If the sensor detects alcohol, it immediately sends a signal to the vehicle's engine system. Because of this signal, the vehicle will not start or will be stopped from running, depending on the design. This helps make roads safer by preventing drunk driving and reducing accidents caused by alcohol consumption. In short, the system acts like a safety guard. If alcohol is detected, the engine is blocked, the vehicle cannot be used. Objectives of the system: to prevent drunk driving by detecting alcohol presence in the driver, the system checks if the person trying to drive the vehicle has alcohol in his breath. To improve safety for drivers, passengers, and pedestrians, by stopping drunk driving, the system reduces the chances of accidents. This keeps not only the driver safe but also the people sitting in the vehicle and those walking on or driving on the road around them. To provide an automated and reliable method of vehicle security, the system works automatically without needing any manual checking. If constantly monitors for vehicle, it constantly monitors for alcohol and controls the engine on its own. This makes it a trustworthy and smart security feature for vehicles, ensuring safety every time the vehicle is used. Components of the system. The components are alcohol sensor technology for breath analysis. The sensor works by measuring the chemical reaction that happens when alcohol molecules come in contact with it. Second one is engine lock mechanism for controlling ignition. When the microcontroller decides that the alcohol level is too high, it sends a signal to the engine lock. This mechanism interrupts the ignition circuit so the engine cannot be turned on. Third one is microcontroller unit to process sensor data and control the lock. The microcontroller receives the electrical signal from the alcohol sensor, converts it into a readable value, and checks if the alcohol value is above the safe limit. Alcohol sensor technology overview uses fuel cells or semiconductor-based sensors to detect alcohol vapors. The system uses special types of sensors, either fuel cell sensors or semiconductor sensors, to smell the alcohol in a person's breath. Provides real-time and accurate measurements of blood alcohol concentration (BAC). This means the sensor gives immediate results after how much alcohol is in the driver's breath. As soon as the person blows into the sensor, the system quickly calculates an approximate BAC value. This helps the vehicle decide right away whether the driver is sober enough to drive. Requires calibration to ensure consistent and reliable performance. Over time, the sensor's accuracy may gradually change due to dust, temperature, tagging, or repeated use. Calibration means adjusting or resetting the device so it continues to give correct reading. It's like tuning a musical instrument to make sure it produces the right notes. Regular calibration helps the sensor stay reliable and trustworthy. Working principle of the sensor. The sensor detects alcohol molecules in the breath exhaled by the driver. The sensor's output voltage correlates with BAC level. The microcontroller interprets this data to determine whether to lock or unlock the engine. The microcontroller is like the brain of the system. Engine lock mechanism. The system uses electronic or mechanical parts to stop the engine from Starting. These parts act like a gatekeeper. If the system detects alcohol, it blocks the engine from turning on. It is directly connected to the vehicle's ignition system, so everything works smoothly. If the alcohol level is higher than the safe limit, the system immediately keeps the engine locked. This means the car cannot be started, preventing drunk driving and keeping the driver and other safe. System operation workflow. The driver blows air into the alcohol sensor. This sensor checks the driver's breath to see if it contains alcohol. It works just like a small breathalyzer that measures how much alcohol the person has consumed. The sensor sends the alcohol level to the microcontroller. Once the sensor measures the alcohol in the breath, it converts this information into an electrical signal. This signal is sent to the microcontroller, which works like the brain of the system. It reads the it reads and understands the alcohol level. If the alcohol level is too high, the engine is locked. The microcontroller compares the detected alcohol level with a preset safe limit. If the alcohol level is below the limit, the engine remains unlocked and the vehicle can start. If the alcohol level is above the limit, the microcontroller activates the engine lock, stopping the vehicle from starting. Calibration and sensitivity settings. Regular calibration keeps the sensor accurate over a long period of time. It means checking and adjusting the sensor from time to time so it continues to give correct results. The sensitivity of the sensor can be changed depending on the legal BAC limits. You can set how strictly the sensor should detect alcohol based on the rules in your region. Proper calibration helps reduce false positives and false negatives. Good calibration makes sure the sensor does not wrongly say someone is drunk when they are not, and also does not miss alcohol when it is actually present. Benefits of using sensor technology in vehicle security: provides a non-invasive and quick method for BAC detection. This system checks a person's alcohol level without needing blood tests or any physical contact. Enhances driver responsibility and safety by having a sensor that checks alcohol levels before starting the vehicle. Driver becomes more aware of their actions. Reduces the risk of accidents caused by intoxicated drivers. Since the system prevents the engine from starting when alcohol is detected above the safe limit, it stops drunk drivers from using the vehicle. Challenges and limitations. Sensor calibration and maintenance are necessary for consistent accuracy. The sensor needs regular checking and adjustment so it can keep giving correct results. Over time, sensors may drift or become less accurate, so maintenance ensures they stay reliable and work properly every time. Environmental factors like temperature and humidity may affect sensor readings. This means the sensor's performance can change if the weather is too hot, too cold, or too humid. These conditions can influence how the sensor detects alcohol, so the system must consider these factors to avoid wrong readings. Possible false positives require system reliability checks. Sometimes the sensor might show alcohol even when the driver hasn't consumed any. To prevent such mistakes, the system needs regular testing to make sure it always gives correct results and does not wrongly block the engine. Future enhancements: integration with GPS and telematics for real-time monitoring. The system can use GPS and other communication technologies to track the vehicle's location and driving behavior in real time. Use of biometric authentication alongside BAC detection. The system can also verify the driver's identity using fingerprints, face scan, or other biometric methods. Development of more compact and cost-effective sensor modules. Future sensors will be smaller, cheaper, and easier to install. Applications of the system: the commercial vehicles and fleet management. For trucks, buses, and company-owned vehicles, alcohol detection systems help ensure that drivers are not drunk while driving. Fleet managers can monitor drivers in real time and keep the transport operations safe. Personal vehicles for driver safety. These systems can be used in private cars to stop the driver from starting the vehicle if alcohol is detected, helping them avoid accidents. Public transportation and taxi services to prevent intoxicated operation. Buses, taxis, autos, and ride-sharing vehicles can use alcohol sensors to ensure drivers are sober before carrying passengers. Legal and ethical considerations. Com- Compliance with local laws regarding BAC limits. The system must follow the alcohol limit rules set by the government, ensuring driver privacy and data security. The system must keep the driver's information safe and private, establishing standards for sensor accuracy and system reliability. The sensors must work correctly and consistently so the system is trustworthy. Finally, the conclusion of this presentation is the alcohol detector engine lock system offers a protective safety measure. This system helps stop accidents before that they happen by checking if this driver has alcohol in his breath. Instead of reacting after an accident, the system takes action early. It checks the driver's alcohol before the vehicle starts. If the driver has consumed alcohol beyond the safe limit, the system stops the engine for starting from starting. This way it prevents drunk driving and keeps everyone on the road safer. Sensor technology provides accurate and efficient BAC detection. The, the sensor can quickly and correctly measure how much alcohol is in the driver's breath. Advanced sensors such as fuel cell or semiconductor alcohol sensors are used to read the breath alcohol concentration (BAC). These sensors react when alcohol molecules enter them and generate a signal that tells how much alcohol is present. They more fast provide reliable readings and help the system make accurate decisions about locking or unlocking the engine. Adaptation of this system can significantly reduce alcohol-related road accidents. Using this system can greatly lower the number of accidents caused by drunk driving. Many road accidents occur because drivers operate vehicles under the influence of alcohol. By installing this system in cars, buses, and other vehicles, drivers who are not sober will be unable to start the engine. This greatly reduces the chances of risky driving behavior and helps create safer roads for passengers, pedestrians, and other motorists. Thank you everyone for seeing my presentation.